Last year, the Pegasus spyware controversy was all over the globe. It also rocked the Indian parliament when the news came out that the big business tycoons, political leaders, journalists, judicial members were all under the scanner of the Pegasus spyware. On the same lines, the Hermit spyware is also in news for attacking the Android and the iOS systems. Hello and welcome to the InFocus series section of Drishti IAS. I am Aisha Singh, and in today's video we'll be discussing about the Hermit, a Pegasus-like spyware attacking the Android and the iOS systems. So let's see what we will be studying in the video. First, we'll be looking at what is the news, what is Hermit spyware, and what Hermit spyware does to a device, how Hermit spyware gets deployed in a device, what are the steps it takes to enter into a device, then the types of cyber attacks and the relative steps and that the Indian government has taken to minimize the effect of cyber attacks in India. And in the end, we will be looking into a prelims and a mains practice question. This topic is very important from GS paper 3, cyber security and cyber warfare. From prelims point of view, it is important for you to know about the types of attack and all the spywares that are in news, the names of all the spyware, and from mains perspective, the related steps that the Indian government has taken to reduce and minimize the effect of cyber attacks in India. So let's see what is the news. And this news has been taken from the explained section of Indian Express, and it says, what is Hermit? The Pegasus-like spyware that is targeting the Android and the iOS devices. So in this news, there are two aspects. First, what is Hermit, and second, what is a spy, and second, what is a spyware. So let's see what is Hermit spyware. If you will see the name spyware, the name itself tells that what it does. If you will break this word, then this will be spy plus ware. So what is the meaning of spy? Spy means that you are looking into someone or following someone without the permission of the other person. So that is called spying. So this is what the spyware also does. So Hermit spyware is just like the Pegasus spyware, and Hermit spyware attacks iPhone and Android devices. Mainly it is seen now in Italy, Kazakhstan and also Iraq. It is developed by an Italian firm called RCS Labs, and it was first reported. The Lookout cybersecurity firm were the first one to report about the Hermit spyware. So let's see that what Hermit does to a system, how much damage it can cause to a system. See, it can read audio on the device, carry out unauthorized calls and unauthorized devices and unauthorized activities. So it does things suo motu, on its own. The owner of the phone or the device will not come to know that the phone or their devices is under the spyware, and they will perform all their functions on its own without the permission of the owner. And according to the Lookout, the spyware can also steal stored account, emails, contacts, browser bookmark and calendar events. It can also read notifications and take picture of the screen. So whenever the Hermit spyware goes inside the device of any person or the device or any device, it takes full control of the device or the phone. Then it is also capable of uninstalling or reinstalling apps like Telegram and WhatsApp. So even the WhatsApp app is not safe. Then once Hermit has been deployed to a phone, it can control and track all the key applications of the phone. See, what is of importance is we all are using Android phones. So Android phone is a common phone, but iOS. iOS is Apple's phone, and Apple is known, the Apple company is known for its safety features and for its security features. So you can even imagine that how much Hermit spyware is powerful, that it is able to even breach the iOS security features. Now let's see that how Hermit gets deployed in devices, how the spyware is able to enter into a device. So, and it's not that each and everyone can have Hermit spyware. No, it costs millions of dollars. It is very, very expensive, and the functions are also very complex. They are not simple. It is extremely expensive and extremely complex in its operations. Then according to the Google, what happens first, like for example, this is the user of a device. Okay, the person will receive a unique or a fancy link in the device. So whenever the person will click on the fancy link or the unique link, then a page will get installed into the device, and this is how the Hermit spyware enters into one's phone. The campaign starts with a unique link sent to the victim's phone, and when the user clicks on the link, the page gets installed and in the application in both Android and iOS. So you must have also seen that we get a lot of links from unknown devices, from unknown users, and we tend to click on those links. So by clicking onto the link, the spyware enters into the device and takes control of the whole device. Now, what are the types of cyber attack? This is important from both prelims and mains perspective. First is malware. Malware is any kind of software which is designed to cause damage to a single computer, server, or computer network. See, malware or cyber attacks in common causes damage to a device. So few of the varieties of malware are ransomware, spyware, worms, viruses, and trojans. So the Hermit spyware is also a subtype of malware. Then second comes phishing. Phishing is a method of trying to gather personal information using deceptive mails and websites. We must have also seen that if you will open your Gmail or any other mail, then you will also see that there is a folder called spam. So under the spam, all the unwanted messages or the unwanted emails, they get stored into the spam section, which is harmful for your device. So next being denial of service attacks. So what happens in denial of service attacks is the device becomes inaccessible to use. The device is not, the user is not able to use the device, and it becomes unaccessible. So this causes a problem for the people to use it. Then second is man in the middle attack. This is when two people are having a transaction, then the spyware will enter in between the transaction and will disturb the transaction. And this is also called eavesdropping attacks. So this is also called a two-party transaction. Now in the end, SQL injection, and SQL stands for Structured Query Language. It is a programming language used to communicate with database. So SQL injection comes in between the databases and damages the devices. So let's see what are the steps that are taken by the Indian government in recent times to reduce or minimize the effect of cyber attacks on the devices. First one being the Cyber Surakshit Bharat initiative. It was introduced or launched in 2018, and the aim was to spread awareness. What is the biggest problem in our country. It is the lack of awareness about things. We are not aware about things, that what needs to happen or what needs to be looked into or what needs to be done to counter something. So awareness is one of the biggest problems that we are facing. So the aim is to spread awareness about cyber crime and capacity building for safety measures for chief information security officers and the frontline information technology staff across all government departments, because all the government departments are important, be it the defense department, the finance department, everything, every information is important to us from the perspective of the security of our country. Then second being the National Cyber Security Coordination Center. It was initiated in 2017 and the purpose for it was to scan internet traffic. See, whatever we are getting in internet is not correct, is not useful. There might be things that we are taking in internet which are harmful for our devices. So through the NCCC, whatever we are getting in internet on the real time basis, we will be able to identify whether whatever we are getting on internet is useful or is harmful. So to scan internet traffic and communication databases coming into the country to detect real-time cyber threats. Real-time cyber threats is the keyword here. Now next being Cyber Swachhata Kendra, as the name itself suggests, Swachhata. Swachhata means clean something. This Cyber Security Kendra was initiated in 2007 and it was used for wiping out viruses and malwares from the devices or the phones of the people. So Cyber Swachhata Kendra. Then next being the Indian Cyber Crime Coordination Center. It was launched recently by the government and it deals with all types of cyber crimes in a comprehensive and coordinated manner, and one of the component of I4C is National Cyber Crime Reporting Portal. The National Cyber Crime Reporting Portal was also launched, that it was a specific portal to report about the cyber crimes that are taking place in our country. Then next being the Computer Emergency Response Team India. It is the nodal agency. So this is the nodal agency which deals with cyber security threats like hacking and phishing. So the Computer Emergency Response Team India, that is CERT India, it deals with hacking and phishing. So in the end, we will look at the international mechanisms that are in place to deal with the cyber attacks. First being the International Telecommunication Union. The International Telecommunication Union is one of the main agency within the United Nations. So within the United Nations dealing with the cyber crimes, this is the only agency. It plays a leading role in the standardization and development of telecommunications and cyber security issue. So whenever something is related to United Nations, then it becomes important from both exam perspective and on international and global scenario also. Then the one and the only convention that deals with the cyber crimes or the cyber attacks is Budapest Convention on Cyber Crime. This can be a very important point for you if in means answer writing a question comes on cyber attacks or cyber crimes, then you can actually talk about the Budapest Convention and write about it. Then Budapest Convention addresses internet and cyber crime by harmonizing national laws and improving the investigative techniques and increasing cooperation among nations. So the Budapest Convention talks about bringing many different countries together so that we can talk about the cyber crimes and how to deal with cyber crimes. And the most important point is India is not a member of Budapest Convention. I again repeat, India is not a signatory of Budapest Convention. This is very, very, very important. Now let's look at a prelims MCQ. It says, which among the following declarations or conventions are related with cyber crimes? So A, Dakar Declaration, B, Alma-Ata Declaration, C, Budapest Declaration, and D, Rotterdam Declaration. You need to tell me the answer in the comment section, that what is the correct answer of this, as we have just discussed. So in the end, we will be looking into a mains practice question, and it reads as, after Pegasus, Hermit Spyware is in news. In this regard, discuss about spyware and different types of cyber attacks. Also explain about the steps taken by India to prevent cyber attacks. This is a 15 mark question. This is a 15 mark question, and in this question there are two commands that you need to look into. First is discuss and second is explain. So write the question according to the demand of the question and the theme of the question, that is explain and discuss. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading and keep writing.